washing, duvets, socks to put away, and just general stuff I've gathered from around the house that needs sorting, organising and putting back where it belongs.
Good morning and welcome to day 28. It's fair to say we're all pretty shattered this morning. The girls did have a bit of a lie-in, but not as much as I would have liked. It's a lovely sunny day. I've got my second load of washing in the machine already. Dan's at work. His mum and stepdad left at about 10:30. And I'm now in the midst of doing all the tidying, laundry and post-visitation, busy weekend catch-up. It was a brilliant day yesterday. Phoebe was so pleased with herself and so excited. And yeah, we all really enjoyed it. But oh my goodness, we're really feeling it today. So it's just about chores and housework and so on. I've realised that because I've been so absorbed with Vlogtober, I haven't done a podcast and it hadn't even occurred to me. It wasn't until just now when I was thinking, oh, where should I put my avocado dyed yarn? And then I thought, oh, I'll put it in my podcasting box so I can talk about it. And then I thought, oh yeah, I do podcasts. So I'm going to have to start making some notes and get ready to do a podcast maybe after Phoebe's back at school. She goes back tomorrow. Lilia's off all this week. So I might be able to film a podcast on Thursday, but it probably realistically won't be until after Vlogtober's over. Sorry about that. I forgot I was a podcaster. Right, better start folding all these socks.
Apologies for the weird focusing issues in this next bit. My iPhone did not like the false light.
Hello.
It is about 4:05. It feels like today's gone really slowly, but I think that's because we've got the extra hour from yesterday, so my body clock is 1 hour ahead. It should be 5 o'clock, but it's actually 4 o'clock. It always takes a bit of adjustment at this time of year. It won't take long, and at the moment it means that the evenings are a bit lighter, but very quickly that will become very different, and the evenings will start to draw in. It is my favourite time of year. I don't struggle with the dark evenings. I very much enjoy the opportunity to get cosy, but my mind does turn very much to the house, and there are a few things that I have wanted to achieve this year in the house and the garden that I have, and there are more things I wanted to achieve this year that I haven't. So I really need to make a list, a plan of action. If this seems a bit cut, it's because I'm cutting out my coughing. I have just soaked my Halloween socks. They are finished and on the blockers. So I'm going to find somewhere warm but not too near a radiator to hang these. They're actually fitting my medium size blockers quite loosely. Now I did do these 64 stitches, and I would normally do 56 or 60, although more recently 60, and that is because I knit quite loosely and I tend to get a 9 stitch per inch gauge on my socks with 2.25mm needles. However, they're going to block very nicely, and I wanted to get them blocked and ready because I want to wear them on Thursday, because not only is Thursday the last day of Vlogtober, can you believe it? It's gone so fast, but it's Halloween. So it'll be great to wear my witchy long stocking socks on Halloween. This was a gift from Suzanne at Green Lampkin Yarns, the dyer behind this yarn, and she gifted this to me last Halloween, so I'm really delighted to have made these this year. The light is completely failing, so I don't know if you're going to be able to see this at all. I do hope so, and they're sparkly too, so that's the best thing. We're going to find somewhere to hang those. I've also been doing a bit of work this afternoon on Dan's socks. Earlier in Vlogtober, I can't remember which day, but I shall put a link to it on the screen and below. I went through all the whips I had downstairs, because there are more. And I really pressed on with those. I've now finished my Halloween socks. I've made really good inroads on Phoebe's leg warmers. I've only got about 50 to 60 rounds to do on those. So that's quite a lot, I suppose. I'm doing them 2 at a time, but it is very simple knitting. I finished Dan's cowl, and what else did I finish and get off the needles or the hook? I can't remember, but I feel like I've really made some dents in the stuff that I've been working on. So I've picked up Dan's socks again. I've been working on these today. I've managed to get past the gusset decreases on the first socks, and now I'm on the plain sailing to the end bit. The problem is Dan's got big feet, so it's going to take quite a long time. It's all living in my Cocoa and Flora bag, which you've seen before. This is what I've got left. I had 2 50-gram balls, so I'm using a 50-gram ball on each sock. Dan would prefer his socks longer in the leg, but I was really worried that I was going to run out. But I think I should be okay. And he's still happy with them. And hopefully these will be ready in time for Christmas. The other sock is quite far behind. Whoops. This is my So Re Me DPN holder. It's only the cuff really. I think I've got about a good 20 or 30 rows before I get to the heel flap on those. So I'm doing quite well, and I think that's what I'm going to be working on in the evenings this week and next, as well as Phoebe's leg warmers. The girls are just upstairs playing. It's been a really lazy day. Phoebe is very tired, and I think it's going to be a challenging evening. She's doing well, but I'm tired too, and I'm about ready to stop now. So we're going to have a really simple dinner. We had a really lovely simple lunch of soup, and Phoebe will have a bath after dinner, and we will watch the results show of Strictly from last night, the Halloween results show, and then I will have to go in tomorrow, I think when Phoebe's back at school, and draw the winners for Halloween, and have a look at how many entries we're in the Halloween, we're in the finished object thread for the Halloween prize. And I'll announce that on the next podcast. You would have seen me earlier as well putting some stuff in this bag. This is my Strictly Fied bag from Michelle at Oh So Pretty X, and I showed her card earlier. I'm using the leftover Witchy Long Stockings yarn. I've got enough there to do shorty socks. Lilia wears the shorty socks I made her all the time. I made her a pair of socks from Lily, who's Nordic Stitches. She did a summer shorties collection last year or the year before, and I can't even remember what pattern of that I made Lilia. I'll put the name of it on the screen. I'll try to put a picture on the screen. And she loves them. She wears them all the time. So I'm going to make her another pair of shorty socks from the same collection but different pattern. And this time I'm going to be making the sand between my toes pattern. So I'll put all the details to that underneath the video. So I've cast it on, but I'm going to put it to one side because my main priority is Dan's socks, Phoebe's leg warmers, and my Strictly socks, which have been sadly neglected this year. But I'll talk about that more in the next podcast. I think I'm going to switch to do the pattern by Sweet Lavender Knits that I talked about earlier in Vlogtober. I was going to say Vlogmas then. I don't think I'm doing Vlogmas. Would you like me to do Vlog? I'm not sure. Should I do Vlogmas? It's quite a lot of work, the vlogs. I do really enjoy them, but I don't want to inundate you with something you don't want to watch. If you are interested in me doing Vlogmas, leave a comment underneath. If you have finished anything this month in October, leave a comment underneath. I'd love to know what you've all been working on and how are your Strictly socks coming along. Are you joining in with the Strictly sock along? Let me know in the comments underneath this video. I'd love to hear from you. Yeah, I'd like to just know. It's funny talking to your phone throughout the day because it's very one-sided and I feel like I'm just telling you all about what I'm doing, and it is really nice to hear about what you're doing. Right, here's what I'm doing. I'm going to go and start planning what we're going to have for dinner from the freezer. And then I'm going to watch a vlog or two, knit a bit more on Dan's socks and find somewhere to hang these.